Can I go back to a personal comment you made about disrupt yourself? I mean, we sit here, the example I use is you called it an Uber moment. You know, I'm an Uber fan now because I used to have a taxi driver. When I called him up, I didn't know if he really was where he was telling me he was. I didn't know, how, and now I'm de-stressed. I know where the guy is.
Yeah, you know when he's coming.
And it's cheaper and I'm using it. And for banking, it feels like, you've got the interest rate cap on one side, you've got this disruptive moment, you've got these fintech guys coming. How is Jeremy Awore's Barclays positioned in this disruption? What's the theme? What are you trying to do here?
I mean, one of the things we're looking at, one of my major themes is around digital, automation, machine learning, that whole getting really competitive and capable on that front. Now, so we've invested significantly in our capabilities. We've got a whole innovation strategy. We do ideation sessions. We do hackathons. We've got a whole series of things, and what that does is people come with their ideas, and then we support some, and then we try to take those ideas through to commercialization. So that program is working in and of itself, and there's some products that we are already in sort of the final stages of hopefully bringing to market. Now, for us to do that, one of the things we need to look at is how are we structured commercially, because it's very difficult for a bank as a banking entity to buy into a fintech. But if we have a holdco type structure, it gives us more flexibility around what levels of ownership we can take, whether we buy in, when we sell out, and the role we want to play. So we're excited from that front. But we're also looking at how do you Uberize banking, for lack of a better word. And I think when we put it that way, then people start thinking how quickly the taxi business was transformed by an application. So I ask myself every day, how do we digitize every process? Because we've got a lot of processes that are paper-based. We keep jotters, we have manual processes, and people take safety in paper. But the world has moved on. You can still maintain your controls even though you've got a digital record of what's happening. So we're looking at that also in terms of our back office, our front office in terms of the experience, the products we build, the convenience we deliver to customers. So it's really that disrupting yourself before somebody else does. And if you don't, it'll be done to you. So you're better off doing it to yourself, even if it does cannibalize your product. And when I talk about disrupting yourself,
what do you mean by that?
You literally disrupt yourself. So the question is like I said, you get to a point by doing certain things, but the question is, are those things still relevant for you in the future? And it's a thing to keep reflecting on as an individual, to say, how do I evolve? How do I scale the next peak? So it's a bit like, say, climbing a mountain. When you're in the lower part of the mountain, you need different gear. You need good boots and whatever. Now, once you start reaching steeper and steeper climbs, you start needing different support systems. You need different equipment. Otherwise, you won't be able to make it. So from a career perspective, how are you disrupting yourself? What skills do you need to build? How are you keeping up with digital developments? How are you managing information? What does your personal brand look like in this new environment? How are you going to remain relevant to customers? And that applies to everybody, starting from me to young people embarking on their careers. So I had to do it when I was moving from pharmacy into a different business.
Which was a pretty big...
It's a complete change. But I guess it's very humbling because you realize how much you don't know. So if you open your mind to learning, you open your mind to seeing what you can do differently, also not believing that everything has to stay the same, because you can ask all the dumb questions because you're new at it. And the pace of change is why I said there's no more an exciting time to be now.
You were saying change is exponential, basically.
It's exponential. So you may be nothing today and I'm having an amazing business tomorrow, but equally so you might have an amazing business today and nothing tomorrow.
So that's the scary thought.
That's the scarier part. So I always say every year you almost need to zeroize your past. And say, and now I need to continue to be relevant. So it's the same for a career as it is a business. That's what I mean.
Very